Radiant's Lifestealer time. Seen that a fair amount against the PL.
I think popular build right now is the Radiance into Crest.
6 against the 8 and 2. Fear did very well in the initial couple of waves, but expected Phantom Lancer with his Phantom Rush just to be able to out CS early laning stage.
Well, overall, he has a better attack animation and the extra agility rush. Plus, he has a Quelling Blade, so
MNZ's in trouble here. Will be the first blood. The male just walked him down with the help of Misery's Lift. And Night Stalker. Defensive heroes here. Omni and Io. So difficult to bring down unless you're able to focus down that Crit Wisp.
This EG's lineup is built around
Are they killing
momentum.
Tiny again? No, this can't happen. One more punch, is that enough? It is! One by one.
They're gonna die.
He's gonna die as well. In behind the tier 1 tower. Sumail rushes forward. Level 2 purification to go, but oh, as he juked himself through these trees, cuts down 2 tangos, gets a path out to safety.
Everything is magical damage.
Yeah.
Alright, Night Stalker, bit of phase boots, level 2 invis. They have a sentry, but it's okay, just expired.
Very close. Sumail charging under the tier 1 though. Balls of steel as he runs forward. The TP from
nice
PL
block.
coming in. The Misery Rubik trapped inside. You're right, Night Stalker locks him in. Can't get any more. It doesn't look like Io and They don't have much to set up for the birds though. They've got like open wounds, telekinesis. But I think Misery, with the way he's been moving around the map, he's going to be the one that is looking for these openings not stop. Of openings, Old Stinger moving in, level 6 is up, doesn't need to split here, but might be forced to if the birds landing are good. They stun up 3, but Fear saved up by Crit. There's the Fairy Fire to go as well. The split is used, and they're trying to dive in deep here for the Crit Io. With a few punches of Night Stalker, they'll look to bring him down, and they will indeed. The Cyclone forward, Visage caught as well. 2 for nothing special here for Infamous, as they go in deep and they execute perfectly.
Yeah, that's a good rotation from Infamous.
Oh, has he been scouted here? He has indeed. They fly overhead, and GG, they know. Funky's happening.
Arteezy, meanwhile, on the bottom landing is 7. Easy time. Level 10, 10 minutes in. 3,000 gold, getting closer to that relic.
Pizza helped up by Schofield. Jumping onto Misery. They need that Phantom Rush, but it looks like it was cancelled or something. They'll go for a Void again under this tier 2. Misery sticks up, but will drop. But you look at the space he's creating, that's what, 2-3 heroes in the mid lane killing a Rubik, while they deny that Fear denies the mid tier 1 up top lane. This is what I wanted to look at. It's the AA Ice blasting out, but the repel onto Crit will keep him up and running. Schofield does pop him though. There's a Void and the Shatter as the Primal Split arrives, and now there's no repel TP for Sumail, so he's in a spot of bother now, trying to kind of juke himself away through the creeps, but there really is no chance of escape here. He can try and wand and purify, but he will be tossed into the air and killed. But this is so much damage on the tier 2, and this Io and Omni just running towards the Tiny non-stop.
Once they get 2 Blink Daggers on Tiny and on Panda, which is going to come pretty quickly, considering he has a Midas and it can give him levels. They should play around it. Visage is still not a threat. Life Stealer.
Rubik, you're going to die here, it looks like it, but Papita might lose his life for this. Life Stealer with an open wounds again. That is the PL dead. Crit will be able to grab himself a never mind. Arteezy takes the bounty rune. Fine. There's another one here. Let that one. Crit's bottle. Infamous either have no idea this is happening, which is fully understandable. You don't expect Roshan to all of a sudden be dead like that. Also, probably didn't want to go fighting like you're mentioning for the same reasons. The lack of nighttime here.
Unconventional Panda build. Look what he has queued up.
Midas Raddy. Very interesting. Schofield deep in behind enemy lines though. Found by the familiar stuns. The chain stun from Fear. Godly. Out from their Visage. While down a bottom lane, Arteezy TP's in to try and deal with the Tiny and the PL. Like Papita will getting a TP away. Easy has to clear through the waves. So Midas Radiance Brew. I've seen this a couple of times, very rarely. So we'll talk about it in a sec, because mid lane again, EG just non-stop running in. They've got the chain stuns potentially here with the Centaur Stomp, and Papita is dead.
Nice micromanagement, but stuns him twice, then
straightforward, looking to try and zone out the Phantom Lancer. Spooky stuff though in the back
end. Look at
end.
the Brewmaster, they have a vision on him.
Trying to come in. Ice Blast flies forward, Crit is ready here with a tether or a relocate. They send Omni into the air as expected.
Nice
the save on
save.
Misery drags him back to Fountain. In fact, a Schofield ripped apart by the Visage, and the Lifestealer pretty much untouched in the front end of this fight. The Night Stalker will buy back, but the stomp coming through, the bruise split there, ends and stolen by Misery, who can use it to turn around the fight. They jump in with a Fade Bolt, the Avatos clears up crit, but here's the Primal Split. MNZ in so much trouble, he doesn't know what's coming his way. The full army of evil geniuses, as they move forward now to look for tier 3s and racks.
If they wanted to kill Io like that, they need Tiny to actually go on him. But nice reaction there from Sumail. Good.
8,000 net worth lead for EG, with Lifestealer having a full SNY coming out on the courier. Yep, there's the Sanj being delivered out. And now it looks like EG have their eyes set on the middle lane. Aegis, how long do we have? 1 minute exactly from now. Misery does die up towards the top, but it's the push into mid. The pings come out onto the tier 3. Papita knows that danger is coming, even with Rubik miles away. I guess the good thing is they took the split away from Rubik now, so he won't have that. Pressure forward, and again, Infamous trying to go for backstabs, but Vision is here. Ice Blast, not going to land onto anyone. The Yule's up from the Omni himself, in fact, takes off the silence, so Schofield has to run, but he can't run far enough away. The Birds, with that Vision, a catch of them, reasonably good, and in the meantime...
in the base.
Where what? How is Arteezy in the base? He's killed off 2 people alone. Now Stinger's in trouble, getting chased out behind the tier 4 towers. A big Guardian Angel arrives, and Phantom Lancer has nothing left to do anything at all. GG is called. What? Artur is just spinning inside the freaking enemy fountain.
He wants some Tiny. Sadly for Tiny, he can't toss away BKB or Magic Immune units anymore. What is that beast on Shen? It's a boar.
Boar. Another
it's a
boar.
Dog.
It's
What
a
is
dog.
it? Is it the giraffe? No, it's not, Gary. It's a boar.
TA, but Arteezy struggling massively. Sat down at 2-1 on the Dusa, and MNZ 17-12. He's getting crushed in this lane, Lacoste.
Well,
Fancy level 1.
that Bassi toggle on and off was not very effective, as we mentioned. But the bottom lane is getting destroyed, and they can easily always stack for Medusa. Bottom lane is gonna get threatened. They have, what, 4 skeleton warriors. Spear is gonna drag the creeps away.
Crit sees a TP coming in. The dive in behind onto Shadow Shaman, though. Past the shackles, but lifted immediately. Homing missile flies across onto Crit, and Schofield does have a snowball, but Papita turned around on. And now Tusk all alone as the gyro zoned out completely. There's no additional disable here outside of 1 toss from Fear. Follow-on damage will be lacking. The Shadow Shaman back onto Crit. Guards are forced, and Schofield losing a lot of HP here, but Fear might just have stuck around a little too long with his Radiant Creep Wave around, and Papita having the rock. No, there's no Rocket Barrage, but they still got the damage there. Nearly dies out for the Statter Blast, but I think that was Chen stealing it up and trying to do some return.
25-17 on Templar Assassin. Yeah, this DA could go ham this game. The problem is that Puck is getting a lot of farm on the top lane, and if they decide to dive, he even has Orb of Venom just for extra harassment. They even kill Medusa on a mid lane with the rotation from Tusk. This is why Tusk is one of my favorite, especially when he hits level.
But now the action bottom lane. Dive in behind tier 1. We'll catch this one as a toss from Fear. Gyro down, and Shadow Shaman. Well, there's no way to escape this, really, is there? 3 heroes converge onto his location, block him in the trees. Shadow Shaman, let me out! No way to escape.
They're securing Fear's last hit. Once Tiny gets power threads, the amount of attack speed he gets is...
Shaman, with the 1-1-1 build, may have been able to catch with a heck.
Got it.
Time. The Stinger. Omni Knight, reasonable laning stage, 23-1. Soul Ring is up, but now he is in a 1v3. Not the 1v1 he's been in for so long at that top lane. Toss back into Crit, and he can't Soul Ring to heal because he would have died anyway, so we'll drop. Again, Misery, right place, right time to pair up. Fear and Crit again.
Rubik TP stop, which means they could get a kill. Puck has... oh, snap into coil. They could have it. Yeah.
Little phase shift away, but the shackles come now, and without the Dream Coil here, Sumail, he gets the nuke damage in. Schofield and this Rasta both dropping very low. Puck jaunts away, so they get both kills while escaping with Sumail, bottling up. Oh, that's so nice. Salving as well with a bounty rune to go. Perfect play from EG yet again. You have to be standing in like a specific spot, so you're within aggro range of the Ancients with traps in either of them, as mid lane Medusa is being gone on, but Arteezy tanky with the mana shield up, and TA Tusk will have to fall away.
You're gonna
top lane. Gyro caught in the Dream Coil, snap back, and Crit will claim the kill. Sumail now in trouble though, as he's turned around on, and the cross is there. Crit trying to TP out. Is there a disable or a damage? No. He back home. Pings out from Infamous as well, saying, hey, we need to go and check out. Over to the eastern side. Sure, this god spot here isn't abused by the Medusa, but top lane, this is something they have to deal with. Misery with a catapult strat, and Sumail with a blink in, jumps the Rasta, but immediately jaunts out again. Sure that Rasta doesn't have any aggressive play potential, but with Misery caught here by the TA and the Snowball, West will make short work of them. Force these catapults away. Misery can't drag them back just yet. They might survive long enough for him to respawn and call them back in, though. They are tanky, tanky beasts.
They're wrapping around Gyro. Toss.
The Avalanche. Peter call down and a homing missile in, but too scared to play forward into them. Knows that Sumail is coming in. Stinger.
He's going to go for it.
Safe for the Gyro, but Sumail's in there, deep behind the tier 1. Fear. Tracked back by Schofield, though. Kill is tiny, but Fear turns and burns. Schofield drops low, and Sumail still here with an orb ready. He'll snowball forward, but this will be his inevitable demise. Crit is cleared up by MNZ, but Fear, that snowball will not be able to do too much now. The Hex, good from the Rasta. Shackle forward as well, and the Purification Bomb takes Sumail down at long last. But you're still losing this Gyro time and time again. Middle of the board net worth, and not looking good. It's so weird. You move the camera and it looks like it's in the sentry range,
but it's not
there, and then you move it to the left and it's like definitely not. Weird and wonderful world of perspective.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, see? They had a helm to steal his catapult, it might have been worth it, but it feels like at this moment Infamous have to come back. Defend Fear with a Shadow Blade. He did go that instead of the blink. The hit into slap down. Tusk will clear up Tusk. The trap taken out as well. So MNZ moves forward with a blink, the meld, the damage coming in. Fear, low armor already, of course, but the send back from Chen might be enough here to take him away. Danger. And indeed, safe. Infamous just seem to be day late and $1 short every single time they move in, and Omni Knight feeling the pain as well. Gets his own purification and repel off, but he is blown up by EG. The masses of creeps all around. A Schofield looks for Misery, punches up into the air. The Stone Gaze is out though. Arteezy moving forward, and down goes Misery. Okay, Schofield Snowball trying to get in on top of Fear. There's the jump as Infamous MNZ moves in with the Meld Strike. Arteezy chasing back though. Sumail arrives, and TA trapped in the midst of all the EG heroes. Does take down Fear, but Schofield's life is lost. Trap forward, but the call down in. There's Papita doing a good amount of damage with the ward trap over the top. Arteezy, oh, he's gonna get taken down or ripped apart. The chase forward though. Gyro does die. Where is the TA? That's who I want to look for. Taking down Crit. MNZ on a triple kill. A wicked 6 streak and looking for Sumail, but he can't catch the puck. There's no disables. Sumail has an easy route of escape. Maybe even looks for a kill here. Chip away at the refraction. There we go, but the Waning Rift won't come, and Shadow Shaman has stuck
Shackles
around.
level 3.
Shackles coming through. The Meld Strike! An ultra kill for MNZ. Infamous coming out and sweeping EG. Infamous using Omni Knight as well as EG did in the last game. Finding this timing, 18 minutes in, grouping up as 5. Serpent wards are in with the help of MNZ's Desolator. This tier 3.
Oh, these wards are placed way too deep.
Medusa's just clearing them up. By one. Crit, Misery, everyone in fact. 4 ranged heroes all on top of the 3-man Snowball. This has opened things up. Now MNZ is in trouble. The Aegis might pop, but the refraction's there for a little while. Now dies. The cleave through from Fear takes down the Rasta. The Tusk follows immediately after, and Stinger stuck around too long. EG hold their high ground, and Infamous give away so much. Their entire lead, their entire momentum built up over the past 2 or 3 minutes just crumbles. Arriving onto the tier 3, so while Infamous are chasing down this Dusa, they are losing a little bit on their towers, but a good clear through of the creep wave there from Papita will slow things up a bit. Fear Shadowblade and Silverred spotted there. Insta-Hex with a snowball, punched up, and Fear. Oh, he's in trouble. The shackles may not last as long as they want with that status resistance, but he will still fall. EG, you don't get a tier 3 or any real significant damage, just a bit of chip away.
I mean, she has Omni Knight behind her, but at one point it's gonna come that you're gonna need a BKB. If they take Aegis, she doesn't need a BKB.
Sentries and wards. Fear is about to walk into the range of that sentry, but Crit, 1, 2, 3, punch, Purify up, so Crit is still alive. There's the Crits from MZ, but the back end, Fear tries to take down the Tusk. He's saved up, the Glimmercape is there, but the Dream Coil out from Puck. Fear turns and tries to run, but Arteezy Stonegaze does manage to hold this fight and slow it down a little bit until the snowball flies over the river, across the ramp, and now Schofield finds himself in the waiting arms of Crit, but the Insta-Hex comes out. Rasta, he's trapped in the Puck. Sumail is all alone, but the snowball save, the steal. Oh, Rubik turns it around, and Crit will keep Sumail alive for another round of spells, and Fear comes back in again, looks for Stinger, and the Omni has given away his life. 2 kills for EG as they storm forward and maybe even look to take down Roshan.
Misery doing God's work, sending back 2 times 2 heroes to save them up. No one died on the side of EG. Also Crit with the stolen snowball. Meanwhile, TA on a mid, I don't know if you noticed, she was actually trying to use side blades, just killing the creep wave, but couldn't deal any damage.
Now Shadow Shaman dies as well. Buyback from the Omni, Infamous, it feels they need and want to contest this Roshan. Fear, Invis, back and away. As bottom lane, they're going to lose the tier 3, the creeps dragged back, and they know that Gyro, bottom lane, will have to walk a long way or TP to Shrine and get himself towards the pit, so EG move in and try again.
Medusa has level 3 ulti plus 700 mana shield, so she's tanky enough.
Ball down in. TA forward, Stonegaze though, even through the repel, will catch the TA. Roshan is dead, the avalanche forward, Sumail takes the Aegis. Don't know who has the cheese, but Papita, he does. He's gonna stay alive. The Guardian Angel come out, well, as Arteezy doesn't have the Aegis. The Guardian Angel stolen. Rubik gets the job done. Send back on Arteezy Medusa. Chen with a godly plays along with Crit. The EG supports, pulling out all the stops here as Fear still sticking around, looking for a takedown onto anyone he can find. Chen chased down as Crit does fall. Papita finds that one, but Misery with a TA MNZ clearing through him will lose his life, and Fear with 10 seconds on this Shadowblade might be in trouble, but guess who's here to save the day? It is Sumail with the Yule Scepter up into the air, buying time for that Shadowblade to come back up. Fear kept alive by Sumail. This puck keeps on going. Phase shift ready again in a second or so, and he's got the Aegis, of course. So even if he does die, has that second life, but it's Sumail. Oh, there we go.
Where's Rast? Rast is dead. They can't really kill Buck.
Silence out.
Or can they? Crit?
He's got Yule Scepter. An orb quickly. Oh, they found him. Stinger. Repel. Oh, move forward. He's in the trees. They can't find him. There's no avenue in there. Sumail, even though he lost the Aegis, the Radiant scan, they know he's somewhere here. Oh my god, if they find him. Arteezy is there trying to hold the hand of Sumail back. Does he still have it queued?
Yep. Maybe he should get a Ghost Scepter. Gonna help him. From TA, the tier 3 tower might go down, and they're way too deep.
Gyro can't really do enough damage there. Deep down towards bottom lane. Sumail shackled up. Schofield is in. Trying to kill off Rasta, and they will succeed, while the Medusa looks like she escapes in behind a Schofield zap down. And it looks like Misery able to get Arteezy out of danger second time around.
Plus 50 movement speed. That's gonna help him these fights.
I'm just wondering now, how do you kill Medusa? Like, the TA has so many people to focus on. Oh, the dust is there. Fear. Lincoln's popped on him by Sumail. Schofield turned around on and blown up, and as MNZ does move forward, the meld in with the damage. Fear, they're trying to send him back with the Hand of God there. The Yule Scepter will dispel that, though, and make sure the Fear is stuck here. Tiny falls.
That's a lot of gold in pockets of TA again. Needed to actually use that buyback.
Oh, Rubik has stolen traps. Who have they caught now? Chen, Misery. Yeah, real unfortunate.
He has a buyback as well.
No,
nope.
he doesn't.
Oh, high level. this is huge. The Shadow Shaman or double spells from Roman Knight from Pressure Shard.
It's the
That would
third
be
Roshan,
huge.
isn't it?
Yeah.
36 minutes in, Tiny does buy back like you called, and EG, they're going in. They need to fight around this pit. Guardian Angel forced out early, very early. Infamous with Roshan down to about 3k HP. Feels like they need to finish this one off, but well, Genius is not going to give it up so easily. Hex forward onto Arteezy. They have Sumail here ready to jump in with the Dream Coil, but it's Fear in the back lines, cleaving through Pepita and Stinger as Roshan falls and snatched by MNZ. TA has the Aegis and Stinger does fall. In the mix of things though, Arteezy Hurricane Pikes back out of the pit with the Stone Gaze going. He'll bring down the Omni and the Gyro, and TA trapped inside up against Fear, tossed in the air. The Aegis is still there and will respawn. What can Infamous do around this TA to save her? Fraction moving forward onto Arteezy, but he's tanky, trying to bring him down with a Schofield Tusk, but kept alive. Arteezy survives with the urn forward. He's gonna try and turn back around, kept up by Misery, and TA will fall. Stinger, unfortunately, his buyback will turn into a dieback, and Infamous again around the pit. Something that they require to come back into this game. Snatched away. Yeah, with a big tree through the ranged racks. Arteezy focusing melee. They'll get both of the buildings here. Bringing down towards bottom lane, knowing that Omni did die back. They're in a 5v4 and now a 5v3 as Tusk gives away his life. TA has a lot on her mind right now as she shoves out bottom lane. Must fall apart at this point.
It's time to go now. Like, they need to go in. Even if they kill Medusa, she has a buyback plus BOTs and can come back easily.
Gyro's just immediately blown up. That's a dieback on Pepita. Now it is a 5v2. EG, well, a lot thrown onto Misery, but the repel turnaround from Crit. Now TA blinks north. The trouble is Rasta dead elsewhere. Arteezy just hitting out with the split shot. Killing off the poor little Shadow Shaman. Stinger has finally respawned, but it feels like this is more than just an uphill battle, but an impossibility for Infamous. Jump in from MNZ, trying to catch out Misery. Stinger moves forward, but this is a tanky Chen with that Crimson Guard and Greaves. Yule's up, but TA dead, and Omni follows immediately after. The Snowball will extend the duration of his death, but Schofield cannot keep the rest of his team alive, and GG is called. EG will take out Infamous.
Yeah, EG played really well. I'm just gonna say Misery's Chen is one of the best in the world.